Okay, good evening, everyone. Well, again, welcome to another episode of Sequoia Training, Commercial Training. So welcome, everyone. So today we actually have a full schedule. While we're waiting for Mr. Jasons to come online with us, I will do some announcement first, okay? First thing first, if you don't know, we do have a free membership promotion this month. So the free membership promotion, I'm sure that you already received an email, Facebook, text, whatever that might be. So if you close one deal with us, okay, you close one deal with us, you will have 12 months of membership fee waived or free. Okay, 12 months. And if you sponsor one person, and every person that you sponsor, you will get 1 month of free. 2-person, 2 months, 3-person, 3 months. You do the math, so on and so forth. Again, the reason that we put a membership right there is that we don't want people just sign up and don't do anything. We want people to sign up and actually build this business. So last week I did a training on how to build a commercial lending business, and that is what we want everybody to do also. Because again, what fun is it that you come to sign up with Sequoia but you're not doing anything? You come to training every Wednesday night, you learn a lot of stuff, but yet you are not benefiting out of it. That's not what we want. Okay, so we really want you to build a business, okay, out there. So if you have not yet watched that video, please go to watch our video last week on how to build a commercial business. So take advantage of that free membership. It's on right now, so it's a perfect time for you to build your business. The second announcement we are going to talk about is that, as everybody know, that every Friday right now we have Q&A. It used to be called Lunch with Sequoia, or then we switched to Lunch with Jason, and now change it to weekly Q&A. So we are trying different methods. As you can see, we're trying different ways to see what we can do to benefit, to help you so that you can take the most benefit out of our program. So right now, after so many of trial and error, so right now we have a little bit change. So this Friday, we still have the training on Friday. It's what we call now the weekly Q&A. The original concept behind the whole thing is that, hey, bring the deal over on Friday, and so that we can price it for you. We can answer any questions that you might have. But the reality is that not many people bring in deals. Probably they're shy to talk about it whatsoever. So, which is okay. But however, on a weekly basis, we do have a lot of our agents that asking us many different questions. And quite frankly, some of those questions are very repetitive. So we decided to make it as a Q&A. So now for you to ask questions, you have a new ways to do it. So what we like to do is that I want you to ask your questions through your website so that we know who is asking the questions, and we will make a video to answer all those questions on Friday. So let me show you how it works. And if you go to let me share the screen right here. Okay. So now if you look at the screen right here, this is everybody. When you sign up with Sequoia, you will have a website like this. After you log in, you will see something called back office, my back office. So you go to my back office. This is what it looks like. Pretty straightforward. You go all the way down to training right here, called training. You click on training right here, called submit questions. So all you have to do is just to click on it, and now it guides you to Q&A. So now you see that we see that it's Alan Wu again. So we see my name on it. So again, here is where you ask all the questions. We collect the questions every single week, and we will answer all those questions on Friday. Okay. So that is another announcement that I would like to make, and just to make sure that everybody aware of that we do have this new option right now. Next thing, it's we are on the road again. Mark your calendar. September. Hold on a second. Let me make sure the date is right. Okay. I believe it's September 14th to September 16th. September 14th, it's a Thursday night. September 16th is a Saturday morning. Those 2 days, we will be in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, we'll be in Atlanta, Georgia, and have our recruiting event in Atlanta, Georgia. The promotion flyer is going to come out very, very shortly. By the end of this week, you will see it. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is a huge city in Atlanta. So, Coach Roy, Mr. Roy Washington, is the host for that particular event. But however, this event is actually open to all Sequoia members. So if you can go to Atlanta, feel free to come. We welcome you. However, if you cannot go, please direct your team member or direct your guest to go over there. And in doing that training, we have a special speaker. Okay, not me. It's one of our lender is going to be in Atlanta, Georgia with us to talk about, to tag along with us to go to the recruiting event. Okay, so mark those 2 days, September 14th and September 16th. So we are going to have 2 sessions. One is on a weeknight and the other one is on Saturday morning. So those are the announcement. Now, last but not least, as you already know, Sequoia has been doing a lot of promotion lately, and we are building a very unique platform. We keep telling everybody that our platform is not to just out there to do a deal here and there. It's not. We are actually have a mission. That mission is to disrupt the commercial lending industry, and that's what we have been talking about since day one. And one thing that I believe, and as long as you believe in your mission strong enough, somehow, somewhat, the universe is going to put in all the missing pieces for you, whether you are doing this thing by yourself or with a group of people. But as long as you believe in yourself or believe in your mission strong enough, something is going to happen. And that is called the law of attraction. And I'm sure that a lot of people heard of that law and understand what that means. And seriously, I totally believe in law of attractions. So for the longest time, I asked myself, okay, fine, we built Sequoia. So what? Okay, I cannot do this thing by myself. I need people that in this industry have built something like this before and guide us through, not just doing one deal or two, but actually build an empire. Now we see a lot of talents coming in, including everyone in this room. You're all assets to this company. But recently, we run into some I shouldn't use the word high profile, but some very important game player in the industry that he laid eyeballs on Sequoia. And finally, I have a chance to, I don't want to name the name yet because we are right now still working on the contract and try to iron out everything, but that is going to be very soon. We also had a meeting today, finalize a lot of details, and once we sign the contract, and now we can announce the name. But again, right here, we just want to do a pre-launch to let everybody know who is coming into Sequoia. So this senior partner, let's call him senior partner, lay eyeballs on Sequoia, had a long conversation with us, and understand our mission and vision, and love the idea of disrupting commercial lending industry because he himself disrupted the mortgage lending industry. How many of you heard of a company called LendingTree.com? If you have heard of LendingTree.com, please type in 1 in the chat box, okay? LendingTree.com. How would you like to have a high executive to come into Sequoia who disrupt the mortgage industry, who has built a company like this before and built one of the big name company out there called LendingTree.com and come into Sequoia to help us to grow? That will give us a lot of credibility. You're not just seeing Alan Wu up here talking about this. You see someone that already been in the industry, a veteran in the industry who has the money, who has the resources, and come in here to help us out. So this person is actually a very good friend of one of our advisors who a lot of you already met him, is Mr. Jason Song, who is actually here online with us. So I want to bring Jason on the line so that he can share with us what this thing is all about. Now, obviously, he's not going to give out a lot of details, but he's going to share with us what is going to come. Okay, so this is absolutely a very, very exciting news for Sequoia and also for all of our team member right here as well. With they are joining partnership, not just a partnership, but actually they are coming into Sequoia to help us to grow this company together. So, Jason, the floor is yours. Let us know what that exciting news is all about.
All right, hopefully you guys can hear me.
Yes, we can.
Great. Yeah, I think this is a good time for companies like Sequoia. There's not a lot of competition. There's probably only maybe two other companies that have similar type of business model as Sequoia. And I brought this up to a senior partner at a pretty large lender, and knew that this is something that he wanted me to be part of for his company. So since I'm joining Alan and Sequoia here, I thought, well, rather than me going to that route, why not bring them to our route? And so we pitched it, and they have agreed in principle, and I think it's just a fine tuning of the agreement. But basically, it works like this: we're going to have a lender that's going to be backing Sequoia in a sense of trying to get you the best rates, best possible terms that we can do in the private lending. So you'll have a leg up on competition. Now, granted, it is lending and it's non-regulated. So keep in mind that tomorrow someone can wake up and say, "Hey, let's lower our rates by a point," or maybe charge less origination points or something like that, or just something that kind of throws a wrench into private lending. But overall, we're going to be very competitive. We're going to, but the biggest competitive advantage we're going to have is that we know that the money's there to be funded. So it's going to give you a lot more confidence taking in projects, discussing the different, we won't have a cap on project size, so we can go after the 50 million, $100 million projects, which, as you know, you can, close 5 loans a month and do 60 in a year, and they can average, 300,000 a loan, and that still wouldn't, do as well as a $50 million loan one time. So it a good balance, and we'll go through training too. What we're going to do with this new partnership, we're going to have kind of like an academy, if you want to say, for training. So many of you already know the mortgage and the commercial lending sphere, but it doesn't hurt to get some finer points, have a group that will keep you motivated. I think your biggest challenge, I don't know, most of you I don't know, but I would imagine that the biggest challenge is going to be to stay motivated. When you see the economy as bad as it is, rates go up, you pitch projects, but then you can't find a lender, can't find someone that wants to lend on them. But you got to keep in mind, if that was your money, wouldn't you be a little bit tight with the money right now too in this given economy? So think rationally and just think like a lender, and that's what we want you to do, is think like a lender. So as we go after these projects, we do have some room to make, let's just say, take some, it's not so black and white. There will be some gray that we will be able to take on projects. Depends on market area and the type of project. So we'll have that. We'll also have 30-year, some really good 30-year programs. So we're going to have bridge, which is going to be very important. It's going to be those transitional bridge, kind of like a gap funding, if you want to say. There's a lot of properties right now that are that their loans are maturing from their construction loan or their renovation loan, or even a purchase of a bridge loan. A lot of them are going to be needing to be put into a different vessel. So either going into another bridge loan or going into a long-term loan. So that gives you the ability to pitch that to current borrowers and developers. And if I went to 10 of my friends that are borrowers and developers, I'd say 9 of them, 9 of the 10 have notes that are going to be maturing very soon. So that tells you how many notes are out there that need to be refinanced. And they're not going to be getting them from banks. All right, the bank right now, what's the 30-year at 7.3 or something like that? It's very high. So I think a good alternative is for someone to take a 10, 11% bridge loan and take it 12, 24 months and interest only, no prepay, and just kind of wait it out. I think next year they're going to drop some rates, and you can go to a 30-year, a year or 2 years from now. So this is what I would encourage you guys to pitch, because if they do the numbers, sure they overall they're going to be paying 2.5 points more per year, but if there's a 5-point prepayment penalty, that's 2 years worth of time that 2.5 extra percent that they're paying, and they can easily get out of it. And obviously, you're only with no prepay, you may sell it, or you might get a new loan, and you might not only have the note for 6 months. So I strongly encourage all of you to start looking for bridge loan opportunities for notes that are maturing, and there's quite a bit. I mean, even in my company, I think we wrote 340 million last year, and right now we usually less than 10% will be kind of like that float where they'll be maturing. So like 10% loans per month. We're actually getting close to 40%. So it's quite high. So most of our loans that we're writing right now are mostly refinances of their original loan. And now a lot of lenders, keep this in mind, a lot of lenders are not lending and giving out extensions. So many of those developers that have loans from other companies, they have to get out of them. They have to, and we will take on mid-construction, non-finished projects. They still have a few months left. We'll take out other notes. We might need an explanation why they're getting away from their lender, but most of the time it's just their lender is not going to give them an extension, and which we understand because lenders want to de-risk. And so taking on properties that have not sold yet, or taking on properties that just started getting renters, that's still a risk. And but our funding is strong, that we have monies for those type of situations. I don't think you guys can bring enough loans in a given month to really cap out what we can do. Now, keep in mind, everyone's kind of lending on the secondary market right now. They're not really using their own money. Okay, there's not too many lenders. If they're telling you that they're using their own money, it's a lie. Okay, because anyone that's knows finance fairly well would understand that there's no reason, if you're paying out 9% to your fund and that's your own money, and you're writing notes only at 10, 10.5, you have very little margin. So they want to de-risk, and so by doing that, they are making sure that the notes are being sold to the secondary market. And as you probably know, the secondary market is not as strong right now as it was last year. But things are turning. I've seen some reports from Goldman Sachs, and I've seen some reports from BlackRock and some of the bigger players that buy in the secondary market. And they're coming back and taking on a lot more properties. They had to make some maneuvers, but I think that's going to be strong. So secondary market. So like I said, if any of you guys have seen me on Friday, this is a great time. So with that said, the new program that we're going to be putting together, which is going to be training based, because if you put people that have been successful writing notes, doing loans, understanding the whole private lending atmosphere and the hard money lending atmosphere, by the way, because we do have a partner for hard money lending too. So, which comes handy once in a while, because economy, you put more credit on your credit cards and your accounts, or maybe get a late payment or something like that. Well, that kind of ruins your credit. And so if your credit is under 680, it's very tough to get a 30-year loan. So hard money lenders and bridge loans come in handy when those situations come about. With the training that we're going to have, it's going to be one is kind of like if you want to say, it's almost like a certificate course. So you're going to take it and you're going to get a certificate, and then Alan will go through the details once it's unveiled and what that would do for your commissions. Obviously, we want to train you the right way. The other thing that we're going to do is we're going to have and this is still, this is not set as a curriculum, but it will be coming soon, which I will have a 2 or 3 day a week schedule where I want to train most of you that want to do commercial lending, private lending, because it is vast. It is huge out there. I mean, think about all the investment properties that are out there for residential, from rental properties to new construction to apartments to you name it. They're out there. And so, and the investors are getting obviously the investors are getting younger and younger. So you want to introduce these opportunities for the younger investors too, that you don't just have to go to the bank to get a loan. It's almost the worst place right now to get a loan, just because they'll delay you and you'll never get done, and you lose your opportunity for investment. So we're going to have like a what I like to call, it's going to be kind of a curriculum. It's going to be a semester-based training, and we're going to basically it's the structure that we believe works in the private lending space. We'll tell you exactly how to construct your LinkedIn. We'll tell you how to do most of your social media, from Facebook, hiring people from the Philippines to do marketing for you. All these things that you probably had questions about, and that we would actually put in place a plan for each one of you. And the name of the game is numbers. Okay, we're going to teach you the ability and the knowledge within the private lending area, but the overall, it doesn't matter if you're like, the person that knows the most about private lending, but you don't have any people knocking on your door asking you about their projects or their rates. So we're going to strongly, first couple of weeks, I'm thinking it's going to be a 3-month course, so it'll be 90 days. In the first month, we're going to basically, it's all going to be about lead generation, because you need to keep that going. Once you have that going, you'll never ever have to worry about lead generation, because most developers, I think the last number I saw was like 2.6 projects a year. So if you think about it, each customer you get, you're probably going to get 2 or 3 loans from that person during the given year. So you multiply that out, you don't need a lot. If you do 5 loans a month, you'll definitely make 200,000 plus a year. I've seen it, I know it. I haven't seen exactly your comp rates. So once I see your comp plans, I'll tell you exactly what you need. Comp plans are, they're made by Sequoia. it keeps the lights on. So comp plans have to make sense. And then at the same time, I'll share with you guys with ways that you can maximize your comp on each loan that you close. But your goal is to get to 5 a month. Within the 90 days, I would think that we should have your first loan closed. And the nice thing about this group that's coming in with us is they're going to spoon feed us leads from former clients that were borrowers or sponsors, as we call them. They're also builders, developers, mortgage professionals, anyone that brought us leads. That list is very strong. It's in the thousands, and it's 10,000 plus. I forget how many it was, but I think it's close to 20,000. People that are going to be in this program, we're going to give those leads to, okay, first. And then if we have overflow, then we'll go through reps that have signed on to do private lending. And I'll let Alan decipher where that's going. But that's going to happen almost immediately. So as soon as we start the training, we're going to be putting out marketing. The new company's marketing was going to go hand in hand with Katrina here at Sequoia, and we're going to be putting out marketing on almost I'd say about a monthly basis. So they'll get a new we'll have leads. We'll figure it out. But our system that we do at my company is basically we have all your leads and all your clients, and the marketing then sends out emails that's coming from your own email. So when they respond, they'll come right back to you. And then within the system, Sequoia system, every customer that you have is already tagged to you. So if they call in to the main line, or if they call in, or if they just go to the main website, and that person would still be tagged to you. So, which is a very nice system. I'm excited. I think I really would be surprised if you put your effort into a 90-day program like that, building up your basically your daily schedule, your weekly schedule. The great thing about being in private lending, like last week I was in Aruba, okay? I was still doing my work. So you can still do work anywhere. You can write loans from anywhere, as long as you have your computer and your phone. That's the beauty of this. There's not a better job. Once you get your clients, once you feel knowledgeable within this area, I can't think of anywhere else that you'd want to work, because the numbers that you make on a good year, you could be making obviously 7 figures, because when lending is strong and developments are strong, and you have that, you have the right lenders behind you, like we're going to have, that'll open up the doors. We're not going to face too many lost bids because we were too high. It'd be just a matter of, most builders and developers, they go by the relationship that they have with their broker. And this is the case, guys. They don't have time to be calling 8 different lending companies. They're hoping that their broker finds them the best deal. So it's really upon you to take control of the situation. Basically saying, hey, this is the best deal, and these guys have money right now. You're going to make enough profit from it. If you want to get going on this, time is now, type of thing. So we'll go into tactics and everything else. I mean, we've been through everything, so we'll get to share all that. We have a curriculum already at my company. We're going to mesh kind of all 3 together, work on it, and have a very solid program for all of you guys. But if you have any questions, just just forward them to Alan. You can forward them to me or to marketing. Katrina grabs them and then sends it to me, and then I answer the questions. But you'll see me more on a weekly basis to train you, because I've seen every type of loan that's out there. I know pretty much the underwriting side of it, and that's what you need. The person that you need to help you is the underwriting side. And that's where I come in and tell you how we can make that loan work, how we can get that project to work. And then the ones that tell you they're a waste of time, move on from that project. But I'll leave you with this though. Never discount a borrower slash investor. I had a group, they came to me for a $40,000 loan, and it was the smallest project we couldn't do it. Our minimum was 150,000, so we couldn't even do the loan. But their uncle did a bigger project, and their bigger project was 14 million. So, don't discount someone, because most people that get into real estate, they had a family member or someone that they know that was already in real estate. So then they start investing on their own, or someone that's close to them. So once they have a good relationship with you, they're going to tell their friends or relatives where to get a loan financing from. So that's about it. I'll get off my soapbox. If you have any questions, just let me know.
Thank you so much, Jason, for sharing with us some of the insights. So again, Sequoia is changing, okay? Our goal right here for disrupting the commercial lending industry, yes, is a big goal. But the reality is that if you, as an agent, is not making money, how in the world can you help us to disrupt this industry? So we change our mindset a little bit. So right now, we want you to make that money first. We want to disrupt your earning your earning power. We want whatever the earning that you are making right now, we want to double it, we want to triple it. And now with Jason and this senior partner coming in here with Sequoia and bringing all the experiences with their the resources that they have, they are here to committed to train every single one of us. And when I was talking to the senior partner and also Jason, the goal is that, hey, every single one of us, if you are serious, now that is the most important thing. I see a lot of people sign up and, just for whatever the reason is, probably somebody tell them to sign up, they sign up, or probably they would think that, oh yeah, this is a great idea. But tomorrow they saw something else that they think is better, now they disappeared. So if you are serious, our promise to you is that you at least make at least $100,000 a year through Sequoia, whether part-time, full-time, I don't care what time you put in. If you can close 3 deals a month, you are talking about at least $100,000 income right there, not even including the override that you have. So imagine if you yourself do 3 deals a month, how are you going to do that? We are going to train you. Now, it's not me, Alan Wu now. It's somebody that has the experience that built a company called lendingtree.com, and that person is going to come in here to train every single one of us to how you can get close 3 deals a week. And now think about this. If you're not just you doing it, but you have a team of people that closing 3 deals a month, imagine that power. Imagine that the income that you are facing. So believe this thing is going to happen. So believing in yourself, believing in the system, believe in your ability to generate that income is very, very, very important. So today is the perfect time, just like Jason said. If you're in a good time, the interest rate's low, everybody's refinancing, everybody's purchasing house right there, everybody make money. Seriously, everybody make money. For those of us who've been in this industry long enough, we see the ups and we see the downs and we see the cycle. So right now we are actually at another cycle right now. So this is the time. See, when the interest rate is good, when the market is good, when the business is good, that is the time for you to become a what? Personal salesperson. You can go out there to sell. no matter who you talk to, you will make money just by doing it yourself. Because everybody out there knows somebody that needs a loan. But now when the time is bad, like right now, you don't want to become a salesperson. You don't want to become out. You don't want to be the one that out there is looking for client. What you wanted to do is that you want to have a team of people out there to looking for clients together. So many real estate professionals, real estate agent, I said it many, many, many times. I mean, again, I said it in a good time. I said it in a bad time. I said it in a warm time. I have been saying this thing for years and years and years. Real estate agents, loan officers, insurance agents, CPAs, title companies, all these people, they have clients need commercial funding already, but yet they just don't know. Just to my surprise, there's so many real estate agents out there don't even know business loan like this exists. Many times when they go out there to sign a contract for clients to purchase a single family home, they will go to a traditional lender, period. I mean, that's all they know. But hey, what if there's something happened to that client? How can you not guarantee that client is not going to go out there to purchase another car and all of a sudden the credit score dropped? How can you guarantee that that client might lose their job, that they cannot show the income anymore? So in the traditional way, a lot of this funding, a lot of this client would not get a loan at the end of the day, just for whatever reason. But coming to commercial lending is totally different. They can easily add another person to the LLC. They can easily amend the operating agreement so that they can have extra down payment from another partner that they can invite it into the team. There's so much flexibility here in the business funding side of it. So it's to my surprise that a lot of real estate agents, even loan officers, does not even know that business loan like this exists. This is the perfect time for you to go out there to share with them, hey, we have this platform right here. For a real estate agent, when they sign their contract, honestly, they don't care how this client is going to pay for that house. They can use their cash to pay for the house. They can go to use a traditional loan to pay for the house, or they can use a business loan to pay for the house. For real estate agent, they really don't care. All they care is what? All they care is that, can I close this loan? Can you close this loan so that, hey, everybody's happy, I can make my commission, and I move on to the next clients. That is the reality out there. So if you can go out there, let them know that there's an alternative way for their clients to get funding much, much faster, and the interest rate is not that much higher than a traditional agency loan, they will come to you. And that is what happened right now. We're closing a lot of 1 to 4 unit deals right now. So I suggest every one of you right here, if you really, really, really want to make money, okay, if you really want to make that six figures, forget about those big deals. The $20 million deal, $30 million deal, $50 million deal. Yes, they all sound exotic. They sound sexy, but it takes a long time to get them closed. Now, I'm not saying that don't go to close them. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that if you close one of those $50 million deal a year, absolutely, you'll be happy about this. But while you're waiting for that mere $50 million deal to close many of these smaller deals first. So a lot of people make the mistake where they will just, once they get one deal in, they're saying that, wow, let me wait for it. And let me wait for this thing close and now move to the next deal. No, you don't do that. That is not what Sequoia platform is. Sequoia platform is that, hey, once you submit a deal, your job is done. Move on to the next one. Let Jason, let the senior partner, let the advisors behind the scene to close that deal for you. So please do not wait for it, okay? Your job is to fill up that pipeline. Now, how do you fill up that pipeline? For the longest time, a lot of us have questions. A lot of have frustrations. They submit a deal, it cannot close. They submit a deal, cannot close. Now we have all these industry veterans coming in here to help us out, to train us how you can close at least 3 real estate deals. I'm not talking about ding-dong deals now. I'm not talking about those $5,000 deal, $10,000 deal. We are talking about at least a $200,000 deal, $300,000 deal. If you are in some other hot area like New York, California, you're talking about $500,000, $600,000 deals. So how do you get those deals? And now we have this senior partner along with Jason, and they have the experience. They are the executive who helped to build lendingtree.com. And I said it one more time, all of us know who LendingTree is. I would love to see one day somebody will say Sequoia.com in a commercial lending. And I know that day is going to come. So ladies and gentlemen, that is what we have right here. And we just want to share with you a little bit about what's going on with Sequoia right here. We are not just sitting behind the scene and just, doing nothing. We are not. We are attracting a lot of attentions. We're attracting a lot of talents, attracting a lot of people who has experience would like to come in together with us to build this industry, to build this company together. And the one mission is to disrupt this commercial lending industry. That's what we are trying to do right here. It's our mission, and I hope that is your mission. And as a CEO of the company, we are putting in more and more and more resources. And probably you already know, Jason is heading, not just heading our training department, he's also heading our investment department, right? So he already talked to you about what factorial investment is all about. He's working on that and talking to the attorney. Once that thing is done, now we can open up to our agents. We have the property management. Also, Jason is part of it, along with one of another advisor, Dylan. Now we can manage property all across the United States, and that program is coming out. Either you want to you have clients that need to turn that property into Airbnb or long-term rental or corporate rental. We have the expertise to do something like this. And if you are the one that introduced that client to us, as long as that client stay in the program and have our advisors to keep managing that property, you will get money. You will receive commissions every single month out of it. So we're building many, many verticals within Sequoia Lending. So this is what we are all about. So ladies and gentlemen, so that's what we have right here. So I see there's a lot of comments right here. And if you have any questions or whatsoever, feel free to ask. So Jason saying that the sky is really absolutely the sky is the limit. If you really understand what commercial lending is, if you really get into it and looked at this, what we're trying to do right here, honestly, how much you really want to make is totally up to you. Now I see a lot of us coming to me saying that, hey, Alan, I'm struggling. Alan, I want to get out of this. One thing that I want you to really, really, really remember. This is I don't know if you believe it or not. I so truly believe in the law of attraction. Whatever you are talking about, that is what you are attracting into your life. If you keep telling people that, oh, I cannot afford this, I cannot afford that, you will never, never, never see that money coming through you. But if you believe that you can be that millionaire, you can be that billionaire, you can deserve all the things that you're supposed to deserve in this life. You believe strongly, it does not matter where you are right now financially. You will get to that stage very, very, very quickly. And now with this senior partner coming in, he's going to help us to get there much, much faster. Now, if you want to make $100,000 a year, hey, to ordinary people, you might have to work so hard for an entire year, 8 to 5, 40 hours a week, 52 weeks a year to get to that $100,000. But for these people, they're already making not just $100,000, not just $1 million. These people making they are the lender. Look at Jason saying that they funded $340 million last year. $340 million last year from this group of people. They already been there. They understand how money works. And now they're here to teach us how you can get to that level. And I so believe you don't need 12 months to get to $100,000. You don't even need 6 months to get to $100,000. Perhaps 3 months, or perhaps even one deal, you get to $100,000. And that is how we disrupt this industry. So our promise right now is not to just out there to just getting people in. When we get people in, we are responsible for your success. We will pull in all resources to help you to become successful. And now, do you want to become one or not? Do you want to get that paycheck or not? Do you want to get that commission or not? It's totally up to you. We can only meet you halfway. We can only do so much. And as you can see, Sequoia is putting so much resources. You already know we're adding more and more and more product onto our product line. We're developing our website. We are having all these partners coming in. But what about you? What is your commitment to yourself? Our commitment to you is that, hey, everybody in commercial in Sequoia Lending, our commitment is to help you to reach to $100,000. I'm not going to write you a check, but I'm going to commit to you. Then we will help you to get that $100,000. Are you giving us the same commitment that you will make $100,000? And we meet halfway. So again, that's all we have today, and that's all we have. I was thinking about to go through some business loan, but we can leave it to next week. So let's open up the floor. If you have any questions or whatsoever, please feel free, ask us. Let's just do a chat. I don't like to just keep talking or Jason to talking. I want to have some interactions, right? So tonight is the perfect time for us to do some interaction. If you have any questions or any comments, let's open up the mic, open up the floor, and let's have a talk.
Hey, this is Abrella.
Hello. Yes.
Hey.
Yes, Abrella. Yes.
Hey, I've been using my social media. I've been using my Facebook newsreel to put information out about Sequoia. But I think the information I'm putting out is more about our loans versus trying to get other real estate people interested in our company.
Yep.
Is there other materials that I could actually put out that basically invites them to come see what we're doing?
Yes, absolutely. You're right on the target. We actually marketing. I believe Katrina yesterday already designed a very, very nice letter for you to send out. There are two letters. One is specifically designed for agents, real estate agents. And the other one is specifically designed for other professionals to understand what we're trying to do. So I saw the letter already. I don't know if Katrina online or not today, but that letter is supposed to gone out already. If not, definitely by this week, this letter will be. This letter will definitely be gone out this week, and so that you can use that letter and you can actually put your website on that letter and you send it out so that, hey, everybody look at that email, send it to all the real estate agent. When they look at that email, they come into your website, and now when they filled out whatever, now you can capture the information and so on and so forth. Yes, that thing is out there already. So
thank you.
Absolutely.
Hello,
Margaret.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Alan, hello. This is Joe Matoye, 5-star in New Society. Hello.
Joe, how you doing?
Hey,
Good to see you,
my
buddy.
pleasure.
Absolutely. How's California?
Man, California is ripe and ready to pick some grapes.
Absolutely. We're ready for you. Ready for you, buddy.
I got it. So listen, we were very excited about what we heard because if my understanding is correct, you guys really like those little chip shots because in my industry, with, EV charge stations, we believe that we have the avenue to be able to bring 10, 20, 30 deals a weekend.
Yep.
And those are the type of deals, those 50, 80, $150,000 deals. That's what builds our company, right? That's kind of the foundation we're going, and the big deals will come, but those chip shots really matter.
Absolutely. I mean, again, we already talked about this. We are ready for you. That EV station absolutely makes perfect sense. And as a matter of fact, that's another vertical that Sequoia is going to build also. So that is you and your team will be heavily involved with us on the energy side of it. So the EV stations that you are heading, that you're talking about, we are also, as a matter of fact, it's UROM on the line.
Yes, I'm with Heidi.
No, he's not.
No. I'm talking about UROM. UROM is one of our advisor also, which we are going to meet. UROM is from Israel. He also has the a very unique new technology on solar panels. So we are going to meet up this weekend to see how he can bring the technology into Sequoia, and then hey, everybody can benefit out of it too by selling something like this. Absolutely. I mean,
we just instituted our solar division. We are so excited.
Yep.
To hear about the new technology coming, and you know, you and I will talk offline, but thank you for having us on the call and the opportunity. We're looking forward to developing a really strong financial relationship with us and our clients. Beautiful.
Yes, absolutely. This is what we're talking about. So thank you so much. Hey, Margaret, I see your hand is raised.
Well.
Yep, Margaret.
I have 3 simple questions.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
First one, when or what time the class will be start? And number 2, how to register? Number 3, you did not mention about the cost of the training.
Okay, so when the class starts, as we speak, Jason and the senior partner, it's actually reviewing all this curriculum right now. So I see the outline is already out. It's very, very detailed. Okay, so Jason, would you like to touch on that? I want to push it out today, but obviously reality is that you need to go through the compliance and with the senior partner and make sure that it's going to come. And would you like to touch up on something like that?
Yeah, it's you know, I don't think it's going to be that difficult. We already have the marketing pieces in place. It's just a matter of working with Katrina and the marketing at Sequoia and just give it a facelift. Change, you know, it's kind of like a white paper, if you want to say, you know, or a white label. But it's more than that because we're partners. So it's just not your typical white label. Doesn't mean you just put Sequoia on there and then it's ready to go. Numbers have to make sense. Your comp plan has to make sense. I mean, that's the biggest thing, you know. Anytime you get into something, you got to make sure you're making money from it, right? And a nice chunk of money. You know, if you're doing $300,000 to $500,000 loans on average, and you know, I don't know what the comp plan is, but if you're making a quarter point on each one of them, you know, that adds up. So we just want to make sure. And then I think there's ways that you could get more. I think Alan's going to put together something that it's going to be really good for you guys. So typically, just so you guys know, okay, so you know what you're getting into. Typically on a lender, if you're working for a lender, which you guys will be, because you're basically working for Sequoia, Sequoia will have basically deals with at least one lender, private lender, and then also with a hard money lender that you would be able to basically say it's our money. It's our partner's money, because everyone has partners in the lending sphere. Okay, no one is like Bill Gates or Elon Musk and puts 100 million and says, hey, just go lend out my money. No, they get leverage. Everyone gets leverage in lending. So you might have 1 million and you leverage it out to like 4 million. You might have 10 million, you leverage it out to 40 million. What Sequoia will have is basically something similar to like, I would say about 40 million with a revolver. So you're looking at about 150 million. Remember, our company only did 350 all year. Okay, so you got like basically 40 million revolver each month. It's a lot. I don't think you guys can write that much, and if you can, it's good, because we just look for different capital partners to give us even more leverage. So if you think about the people that are out there, Lima did like 700,000 last year. RCN about the same, somewhere around there. Builders Capital did a little bit more, but then they had to shut down because they couldn't lend anymore for a while. So a lot of people, I know everyone that's out there and I know what they can do. Corvus is a little bit different. Now, all these people, it's good to know your competition, because it's good to know when you have your clients out there, you want to be able to look them in the eye and tell them that, hey, this is the advantage of going with us than, let's say, going with these guys. They might be a little bit lower, like Corvus. I'll use Corvus, for example. Corvus is a different funding situation. the rates can be a little bit lower, but it takes about, if you can get a loan done in 2 months with them, I'll be amazed. Okay, it's going to take you 3 months to 4 months. And anyone that knows in the real estate world, we do not have 3 or 4 months to close on property. You're lucky to get 45 days. So lenders like us, Lima's right next to me. Is that they're not too far away. I know them well. They're set up similar to us, RCN, but you have the combination of all that, and we can close within 2 weeks.
Yep.
That's the main thing. We can close within 2 weeks. And basically, to anyone you talk to, if we have the appraisal, we can close within a week. Okay, if we have the appraisal. But I'd say the fastest ones right now are going to be 2 weeks because the appraisers aren't busy right now. They don't have a lot to do like they were last year. So you can get appraisal done over the weekend. Cost of this program. I know that's, obviously we're trying to make money. We're all trying to make money here. We're not trying to hamstring you. So we're going to make sure that this is going to be my focus. So it's going to take away a lot from my current, what I do, because I like training people. I like, if I had, 40 people that learn the same way I did, it would be a good thing. My first year, I did over 1.5 million. I got lucky. I had a $250 million loan, but it's there. I mean, I didn't even know what I was doing. So it's not a bad thing not knowing what you're doing, because you're going to learn it. It's acronyms. Everything's based on acronyms. And then everyone knows real estate. They know a house. They know mortgage payments. They know like the overall structure of how loans are set up, because most of us have taken out a loan, car loan or a house loan. So it's very similar. So I'll try to put the cost together. I just got to think about, there's two trains of thought that I have, and you can, share your thoughts. I can set up teams of like 5, really give you personal approach, because everyone's going to be a little bit different. You guys are all going to have different ways that you tackle. I've seen them all. I've seen all originators, and I can tell you how your personality will fit. Some people do not go into Facebook whatsoever. They don't want to do that. Some people don't like to be on LinkedIn. They don't want to do that. So we have to think of a strategy for each individual and saying, hey, maybe they're more of a people person. They want to just go to these meetup groups with real estate investors and local. There's a huge market for all of you. Is locally, you could just go to your LinkedIn, your meetup groups with real estate investors and builders and property managers. You'd be amazed when you tell them that you're a lender and that you lend money. Oh, you're like their best friend. Yep. So just everybody's going to want your attention when they realize that you can lend on just basically anything and everything, but they're going to call you, and you're going to be bombarded with requests, and that's a good thing. Yeah. So that will take care of that. I don't know what other questions, I forgot already the other questions, but we'll have the curriculum, we'll have the costs. I'm a very competitive person, so I want every single one of you to get your first loan done before the 90 days. Hopefully we can get them done way before then. But I think realistically, as I've seen originators, and I've trained so many, even the ones that we have on our staff, realistically that you're going to have big swings, people that get loans right away just because it's timing. It's not because one person's better than the other person. It really isn't in this world. It's all about timing. And so some people are going to write loans like right away, like within the first month. And then other people are going to be struggling those 3 months. But let me tell you, I did not write my first loan, okay, for I think it was 8 months. It was like 8 months. And the reason being, because I had a horrible teacher. They just didn't have time for me. And if I look back now, how many times are you going to get someone that you know, makes fairly decent living. Okay, I do some decent numbers. That's going to take the time and train you guys because most of it is they're very selfish in this world, in the lending world. It's like they're very protective of your client. You're very protective of your developer that you know. You're very protective of the information that you have on a project. No, if you go about that way, you're going to turn off more people than you're going to like have that warmth of saying, hey, I trust you. Find me something that works. Okay, so but at the same time, we'll have NDAs and all the legal stuff that you need to kind of cover yourself. Okay, I don't want you guys to lose deals because you believed in someone else. All right, sometimes that's tough, but believe in yourself. So the time that I'm putting toward this is going to be dependent upon how many people have actually signed up, and they're probably going to depend on the cost. So we're going to probably put out a couple surveys. Okay, that's the easiest way to, I'll work with Katrina. We'll put a couple surveys out there, kind of get an idea of budget wise, and then I like to try to keep the groups within 5, maximum 10, but 5 is a good number, just because that individual, I didn't get it. My first 8 months, I was lost.
Okay. Jason, let me jump in.
Even if I'm coming from, we got it running over time.
Yeah, I think
but
we're running over time. So
we'll kind of go over all my pitfalls because I've been through them. So and I stayed through it. So we'll get there.
Okay. Thank you so much, Jason. One more question. I see Arturo. Raise your hand, Arturo. I think you'll be the last questions.
Hey, Alan, the question I was at the gap funding, we do EV charging station. That's the best. Is that the best loan for gap funding? Is the best for EV charging stations?
No. EV charging station is for equipment loans. Okay, equipment loans. So use the equipment loans to submit the scenario to us.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. I see Demetrius.
Hey, hi, how you doing, Ellen?
How you doing?
Got a good question for you. I was in a restaurant yesterday talking to a fellow that has some of his food. He owns a couple corporations because I approached him and talked to him about lending. He says, I do some containers coming out of China. At least get 1 container a month. I guess he sells items out of the container. How would we fund him?
Working capital.
Working capital.
All day long.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Good deal. Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, that's it for tonight. Thank you so much for joining. And now you got some exciting news, and definitely Sequoia is growing, and we love to grow this thing together with you. So join us. Okay. So again, I will see you next Wednesday. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a wonderful night.